Does that help?
What?
I didn't want you to strain your eyes.
Oh. Roger.
Welcome to the basement.
I should change the name of this entire video playlist to Welcome to the Basement. Oh, that's a great one-liner, Roger. Well, hello there. I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and this is my watch of the original supernatural soap opera, Dark Shadows. We are all the way up to episode 197 today. So close to 200, you can almost taste it, can't you? We are going to get straight into things today, but first I want to say, if you are watching on YouTube, we're already ahead of you. We're way past 200 now for patrons. Go to articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do there early and ad-free. All right, episode 197 of Dark Shadows.
Would a guest whose smile masks the suggestion of evils?
Oh, it doesn't mask it very well.
Present and future.
I would like to know how long you intend to stay here.
I don't know for sure.
I want to know right now.
Well, I don't know. I'm just beginning to relax, to unwind. All I can say is that, at an outside guess, I might be here for quite some time.
Mugging straight for the camera there, huh? All right, Jason McGuire.
If I were to become difficult, would it make the time shorter?
Oh, Liz. If you were to become difficult, you might hurt my feelings. And then I might have to do something to retaliate.
All right. That's good cold open material right there. Just an out-and-out antagonist. We just got him. We don't know why exactly. We don't know the backstory for this malevolence between the two of them exactly. We know it all started 18 years ago. Maybe it didn't start 18 years ago. The important event was 18 years ago.
Hasn't life been pretty good to you these past 18 years?
No, it hasn't.
Oh, don't give me that.
I have a conscience, you know.
Yes, well, that's your shortcoming.
Haven't you?
Now you want me to have a conscience. Do you understand what you're saying? Do you realize that a conscience is the worst possible thing I could have?
Why?
Because if I had a conscience, I'd run right through that door and straight to the police.
Okay. All right. It might not be Paul buried down there in the basement, but I'm fairly convinced now that he disappeared Paul for her in one way or another. Look at these two. What'd you do to Paul, Liz?
Well, and there's no time for us to be fighting with each other. Something happened here 18 years ago. No matter how we look at it, we're stuck with it.
Yes. We're stuck with it. But that doesn't make us partners.
But I don't want us to be partners. I just want a little consideration.
I was closer than I knew when I asked if it was just a shakedown, like Sam Evans and Roger. I gotta tell you, I would have rather it been a long lost father or some supernatural deal that is finally come in on old Liz. I'm honestly going to be a little bit disappointed if it's just that they buried her husband in the basement.
All right. I'm broke. I haven't got a penny. Look what I'm wearing. Old clothes. Most of my things were stolen in Panama. This is all I have left.
Why tell me all this?
Well, now, I thought you might be a little more sympathetic.
How sympathetic?
Well, sympathetic enough to pick up this telephone and call that excellent little haberdashery you have in town and tell them they might expect me to drop in to charge a few things.
I see. So that's how it is.
Well, it's painless. And it won't be too demanding on you.
Your presence makes a demand on me.
Well, it won't be so demanding when we see eye to eye.
What if we never see eye to eye?
Oh, we will. Oh, yes, Liz. We will. I have faith in you.
I mean, listen, I'll give him this. Genuinely, he's got one of the most evil grins in television, for sure. In the 60s, it would have been one of the most evil grins so far. It's up there with what Bill Skarsgård does sometimes. We've been talking about on our primary podcast, The Articulate Coven. We cover the works of Anne Rice. We cover a lot of stuff from Stephen King, too, lately in our patron-only segment, Afterlife. But we're currently watching Castle Rock on Hulu, or now it's available on Netflix as well. But that's got Bill Skarsgård in it. The first season does anyway. And man, he's just got this unbelievable facial thing that he can do where it's like he's making normal facial movements, and yet they seem so psychopathic. Jason McGuire's got that in spades. Sammy boy, chasing down those art pieces.
Hello?
Roger.
Oh, it's you.
Have you found them?
Are you still going on about those paintings?
I need those paintings.
I haven't had time to look for them.
Well, then make the time.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Roger! I don't intend to play games with you or listen to any more of your pompous speeches. I want those paintings, and I need them, and I want them now.
Those dreadful paintings are not where I thought they were.
Then you'd better try harder to find them. Because if you don't, I swear I'm going to blow the whistle on you.
I said I didn't love that it was just basically a bribery story with Jason McGuire. I do love, though, that both of our Collins siblings are caught in a bribery story, and they can't share it with the other one. If only they could commiserate. Maybe they could arsenic and old lace take care of each other's problems. Well, credit to Roger. He's at least down here looking for him. I genuinely sort of thought he might just ask Liz if she knew. Now he's already curious about the key. Now he's curious about the lock. Combination is a dangerous situation here. For Liz and Roger, probably. Is Roger going to figure out Liz's problem?
Does that help?
What?
I didn't want you to strain your eyes.
Oh. Roger.
Welcome to the basement.
I should change the name of this entire video playlist to Welcome to the Basement. Oh, that's a great one-liner, Roger. I like an antagonist that's such a good antagonist, it makes Roger the good guy, right? We get on Roger's side because Jason Maguire is so slimy and manipulative.
May I ask what you're doing down here?
Well, I was strolling through the hall upstairs and made a wrong left turn. Suddenly found myself down here.
Oh, you're lost, are you?
Yes, without a compass.
I don't believe you.
Well, you can search me. I don't have a compass.
You're not lost.
Okay, wait a minute. Right there, I don't know if these come through in the video in a way that you can hear, but I've mentioned this in a previous episode that I heard Burke's line through like a walkie-talkie before Burke said the line. And I was like, what? Is somebody feeding them the line over like earbuds, like a radio? What in the world could possibly be happening? Okay, J2299 came in and gave me a great answer to this. Let me find it here. Over on our YouTube channel. All right, J2299, thank you as always. They commented this on episode 179. What you're hearing is a reverse echo caused by the audio and video recording of the time. It's not in every episode, but in many. It was a weird little occurrence. Many soaps then used cameras that sent the signal over phone lines to the recording station, and occasionally one can hear pieces of conversations. Also, when using wiped video from other sources, it wouldn't quite be wiped in audio, so one hears soundtracks from other things behind our episode occasionally. Thankfully, those are rare happenings. J2299, as always, fantastic info. I will quickly mention here as well another comment from them about a similar thing. We were talking about teleprompters. Dark Shadows most certainly use teleprompters. Visual proof will appear in a few weeks. Burke visits someone in a hospital, and a camera with prompter attached follows him into the room. A year later, again in a hospital, a camera runs into the bed, and the prompter crashes to the floor. That is wonderful. And you might ask yourself, who is this J2299, and how would they know these things? Well, I got an answer for that for you, too. I was a dialogue writer for 2 soaps. In my day, we were given the insulting title of sub-writer. Boy, that is a pretty insulting title. Many Dark Shadows cast and crew worked in other soaps, including the ones I worked for. I made it my mission to extract as many stories as possible. I'll share what I can as we go. Here, by the way, did you know when selective editing came along around 1968, the tape was edited by viewing individual cells through a magnifier, sliced out with a razor, then taped back together. As Dark Shadows began utilizing this, you'll see how rough it was. Okay, I did know that that's the way they did it, actually. I've never edited film in that way, physically cutting film. However, I have edited audio that way. I only did it a handful of times in my entire career, but I started working in radio in 2004. And when I started working there were still a handful of clients that we used pieces for their like regular annual rotation that were on the old reel-to-reel tape. And so we had one machine in the back that we could use, and we could splice things together. Again, I only actually did, knife to tape or blade to tape, I should say, a couple of times, but I did do it. Very strange sensation. And I do think it is interesting how knowing that physical work that preceded us, I just realized just now that all that time I had the screen still left up. Sorry about that. I don't normally go full screen for my commentary like this. It is fascinating to me, though, knowing how the mannerisms that you do when you physically edit in those ways have now been metaphored into the software that we use, even though at this point, almost no one using digital editing software has ever done. I mean, I think people like me are few and far between, honestly, that ever even did once or twice, let alone that did a lot of physical editing from the tape or from the film, as it were. Strange way that media marches on, right? All right, let's find out what Jason's up to down here in the basement.
That thing someplace else, please. Thank you.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Would you accept curiosity?
I might.
Well, there now. You see, there's a door, and there's a nice, old, heavy padlock. Well, it's only natural to speculate on what might be behind it.
You can speculate as much as you like, but actually it's none of your business.
But it's only curiosity. I just assumed.
Curiosity kills cats, sir. And you are a cat we could use heading out, Jason McGuire. You're wearing out your welcome here.
Roger, I wouldn't make anything important about my visit here. I'm just doing the tourist route.
Didn't you leave here 18 years ago with Paul started?
Well, let's say I left here at the same time as Paul started.
Where is he?
Beats me.
When's the last time you saw him?
18 years ago. Right here.
Now, that is a suspicious set of information that you just gave us, sir. You left 18 years ago at the same time as Paul Stoddard, but the last time you saw him was in the basement. How do you know you left at the same time, then, buddy boy?
What do you mean, right here?
Well, he was collecting a few personal things, and he came down here looking for something.
And you haven't seen him since then?
Nope.
And you haven't heard from him?
Well, every once in a while, someone would say they'd seen him somewhere, but it never checked out.
I see.
Why? Are you hoping he'll return?
Of course not.
Oh? Don't you want him to come back?
No, but he's one of the most prominent loose ends we have. I don't like the idea of my sister left dangling by him.
Yes, well, that's the kind of a man he was. Not very dependable. By the way, I heard that Liz had become sort of a recluse.
Where did you hear that?
Well, I heard it in town.
Recluse is a very strong word.
That's what I hear. She never even leaves the grounds.
That's...
Thank you. Hey, he said it right. Look at him. Jason's going to get me on his side just with this. She never leaves the grounds. Exactly. Everybody says she never leaves the house. She does leave the house. She doesn't leave the grounds.
That's the truth.
Hmm? In 18 years.
Approximately.
Why?
I don't know.
It's rather odd, don't you think? I mean, 18 years since the last time I saw her. Or I should say, since the last time she saw Paul Stoddard.
What is it to you?
Well, nothing. Just an innocent bystander. It all ties up, though, don't you think? I mean, her shutting herself up coincides with the time Stoddard went away.
I wonder if that's one of the times that J2299 was just talking about with the rough cut.
Shall we go?
Yes, I'm allergic to dust anyway. By the way, what were you doing down here?
That is my business.
Man, the shadows coming out of this basement set are amazing. Oh, what a beautiful transition. A beautiful transition on an object. Been a minute since that. From the lock to the key that fits it, one imagines.
Oh, Liz.
Yes?
Liz, I've been combing this house from turret to foundation looking for some paintings. Have you seen them?
What paintings?
Well, there were about a dozen of them. Some of them were framed and some weren't.
What, the family portraits? Most of them are hanging.
No, these weren't very important. There's some that I picked up about 10 years ago, but I'd like to have them. I wonder if you'd seen them.
I don't remember them.
Well, I need them.
Why?
Oh, just personal reasons. I've looked every place except one place.
Where's that?
The locked room in the basement.
Oh, they wouldn't be there.
Well, I'd like to be positive. May I borrow the key?
I don't know where it is.
What do you mean you don't know where it is?
I'm telling you, I don't know.
Well, all right.
Oh, the lady doth protest too much. You hit a nerve there, Roger. I would suggest perhaps in this case, you might press on it a bit.
What is in that room?
Some personal belongings, and I don't want anybody poking around.
Well, it must be very personal and very important to have such a special padlock on it. Even your guest was looking at that lock.
What?
Yes, he's making himself quite at home around here. I found him in the basement looking at the same lock that we're discussing right now. Well, what is it, Liz? What is there about this room, anyway?
Nothing, I'm telling you, nothing.
That is a very unsatisfactory answer. Things are very strange around here, and I intend to find out what it's all about.
Okay, now I'm like heavily convinced that she and Jason disappeared Paul all those years ago. Again, it is hilarious that it may just come down to both Elizabeth and Roger killed someone in the past of the show and have forever since been living with the consequences of it. I mean, ironic, indeed. We're back to our standard Blue Well music, by the way.
Some of those canvases took me months to finish.
Well, you shouldn't have given them away so readily.
I had to give them to you to make our transaction look legitimate. I tell you, Roger, I need those paintings. I've been given an opportunity that may never happen again. You better come up with them.
I'll try.
This is my chance for recognition. Now, you better come up with those paintings. If you don't come up with them, I'm going to go to Burke-Devil and I'm going to start talking. And I won't stop talking until you're behind bars.
Keep your voice down.
You know I mean it.
Yes.
Then find them.
Well, there's one place.
All right. Let's give Sam some credit. I love seeing him on the offensive against Roger. I mean, pushing Roger around. Let's get this done, Roger. Could have used this fire previously, though. Old Bill Malloy might still be alive.
Yes, there's one other place that they could be.
What you gonna do to get that key, Roger?
Why did you go down there?
To refresh my memory.
You were trying to open a lock.
Well, as a matter of fact, I wasn't. I was just looking at it. It's quite a heavy lock. Take a lot of picking to open it, but I think I might manage.
Why would you want to open it?
But I don't want to open it, really. I was just looking the situation over. I've got a rather big stake down there.
Then why were you down there drawing attention to it?
Well, I didn't invite him to join me down there. What was he doing down there in the first place?
Looking for something?
Yes. For a moment, I thought we were both looking for the same thing. But he doesn't seem to know anything.
No, he doesn't. And he won't. Because I intend to keep that door locked.
Well, Liz, to tell you the plain, honest truth, I hope that door never gets opened.
Okay. They had to have killed Paul, right? Like, they killed Paul and they buried him in the basement. Why would you bury him in the basement?
Never.
Why not just throw... I mean, I guess we know why not throw him in the ocean. Roger gonna break the lock somehow? Did he steal the key? Is that possible? Nope, just gonna try to break it. Gonna have to put you back into it there, Raj. All right. I like it when we're in the basement for the credits. A very good episode, I would say. Very good episode. And continually intriguing on what it is that Jason is trying to hide and hold over Liz's head. I mean, genuinely, though, it's got to be Paul. She killed Paul all those years ago. Why would she stay locked? I mean, I guess literally she's staying at the house to guard the secret. I'm the only one with the key. Oif. All right, here we go. We're very, very close now to 200, and I need you to stay tuned. If you happen to be watching these episodes on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free, more often, all at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free, and annual plans are available to save you even more money. Come back soon, and let's watch episode 198 together, right here